Hey guys, welcome back to the Hess Project. I'm John Ordalaza, and we're finally going to talk about spoilers for the finale of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. If you have not seen this episode yet, I highly recommend to go watch it, man. It's all on Disney+. I did a review, a non-spoiler one, on all 6 episodes of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, so you might want to go check that out. I give you a nice feel of what the show is about. This show is really good, and while I do enjoy it, I enjoyed pretty much every episode. I can't but feel just a little bit underwhelmed because from what the trailers were showing us is that it was going to be more action-packed, it was going to be more buddy cop with Sam and Bucky, and we do get that. There are some very funny scenes in this show. To me, there was just more to be desired out of this show. There was so much potential. I really wish that these were longer, not the episodes by episodes. I'm just saying, like, if we had 2 more episodes or like 9 altogether, like WandaVision, that would have been awesome. But now I'm hearing all these other Marvel shows like Miss Marvel or She-Hulk. I can't remember which one just got this announcement, but one of them just got announced that they're doing 6 episodes as well. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know how effectively they can tell these stories going forward in that small amount of time. The Flag Smashers are on step 6 of their plan. They just skipped a whole bunch of steps. They were in the dark, in the shadows for a lot of these episodes, and then they just teamed up with Backtrack, who's played by George St. Pierre, and now they're trying to take over. That's how I felt about the Flag Smashers. They were just really left on the back burner for a lot of this show. They focused a lot on Carly, but didn't give you enough to care about her. And she dies later in the episode, but you don't feel anything. You don't care about it because she was never a character that you cared about. At least I didn't. I didn't care about her. It just seems like from episode 5 to 6, they were asking us to care way too much about the Flag Smashers because, oh, we forgot to do something with them, something big. Oh, here we go. Here, we're gonna turn the lights red and take over. I'm so glad the Flag Smashers are all gone now. We saw the end of episode 5 when Bucky gave Sam this Wakandan briefcase, this very bulky briefcase, saying, I called in a few favors. And we all kind of figured it was going to be like some new wings, because his old ones broke, or some new shield, maybe? No, it couldn't be a new shield. Maybe an outfit. Turns out Shuri hooked him up with both a new suit and wings, so he comes flying into the building that the Flag Smashers held captive, and they show off the suit. It looks freaking awesome. Straight out of the comic book where Sam Wilson took over the mantle of Captain America. They show off the suit right when he enters the building, but then once he goes into it and the action scene starts, they have all of these emergency red lights just lighting up everything, and it just doesn't look good at all. I thought it didn't look good at all. It kind of took away from Sam's first time being Captain America. He's just being bathed with red lights, very bright red lights on the screen for us to see, and we only got that first shot of him entering the building, and everything else is just pure red, and we just can't see anything. It is what it is. I didn't care about that. But we do get a nice scene with Batroc and Falcon going back and forth, and Falcon's fighting a more defensive style, which is really cool, doing all the flips and tricks that he was doing in the last episode's montage. I really did like seeing Sam be this Captain America heroic figure, especially with those people on the chopper, how he was trying to communicate with them. While all of this is happening, Bucky's on the streets and he's fighting the Flag Smashers, taking them head on. It's insane. Like, he's like 1v3ing them. Falcon ends up chasing down Carly, and then Carly stops to fight him. He's not hitting her at all. He's doing the defensive flips and crap. At this point, her motivation is just lost in my mind. Like, I don't care what she's fighting for. I don't care what she represents. And then when she's dying, she says, I'm sorry. Like, we're supposed to forgive her for everything she's been doing? No, I'm sorry. In a few seconds, you're about to be less relevant than you have in this entire show. So bye, see ya. As someone who took away something enjoyable out of every episode of this series, the Flag Smashers were never one of them. After all the fighting stops, there's a bunch of politicians and senators on the street, and they're trying to greet Captain America, the new Captain America, and then Sam starts to tell him off in front of cameras and everything, all broadcasted across the world. I didn't really care for this scene. It didn't really need to go on for as long as it did. I understand the purpose of it, but I don't know. It just could have been done better. I'm not saying it was preachy or overly preachy like some other people would say, but I just didn't have enjoyment in this scene. Like, I understood the point. it just went on way too long. When all that's over, Sam walks over to Bucky, he pats him on the shield and he says, "Good job, Cap." And that was like the nice little moment of Bucky finally giving validation to Sam as the Captain America. Because there were points in the show where I really thought Sam didn't want to be Captain America, and I thought they were going to go with Bucky for a short period of time. Then the rest of the episode is kind of slow, but they're just wrapping up little bits from the other episodes. For instance, the Asian man that Bucky killed his son, that one, he finally tells him that he did that when he was the Winter Soldier, and they really brushed over that. I really think that could have been a very impactful and emotional scene, but it is what it is. I'm glad that they still did it. It was cool. I really wish that there was more out of it. There's potential for it to be more, but it almost felt like it was part of a montage. It did hit me right here, not fully captivating me in emotion, but I'll tell you what did though. It was this Isaiah Bradley scene when Sam goes to visit him after Isaiah saw the footage on the news about him being Captain America. There's a nice dialogue exchange. I really do like everything that this show did with Isaiah Bradley. All of his scenes are just incredible. This one tops them all though. Sam tells Isaiah and Elijah, "Hey, why don't you come with me? I gotta show you something real quick." He brings them to the Captain America Museum, and right the second they showed the first part of the museum that we got a glimpse of in the first episode of the series, the second they cut to that, tear ducts started breaking in my eyes because I knew what he was about to do. I freaking knew it. He took him into this back room right behind all of the Steve Rogers accomplishments and the memorial and whatnot. There is now a new memorial for Isaiah Bradley and all of his accomplishments. Things that Isaiah was telling Sam about a couple episodes ago that he said no one knows about. That's why Sam never knew about him. The only one who knew about him was Winter Soldier, Bucky, because he fought him in like the 60s or something. But now Sam pulled some strings and he got a memorial made for Isaiah Bradley. And it was such an emotional thing. Dude, I was in tears. I was in freaking tears. And to see Isaiah's emotions overtake him as he embraces Sam, dude, it was just hitting me so hard on a whole nother level. I'm just so glad with all of the faults that this show has, they were able to bring it home with something. And it was this. It was powerful stuff right here. This was not a show just about a black man becoming a superhero in the front lines. This was Sam's journey overcoming the odds. And it was freaking incredible. But guys, let me know down below, what did you think of this episode of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier? How did you enjoy the finale? Did it wrap up things that you were hoping that it did? Is there anything that you hated in the show that just didn't really redeem it for you? And you can say if it was the Flag Smashers, because I know it was. But leave your likes down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and be sure to stick around, guys, because I'm going to be covering Mortal Kombat, some other stuff, maybe Legacy, the Mortal Kombat 11, definitely spoilers for Mortal Kombat 2021 are coming soon. So you might want to stick around, guys, because there's always more to come.